Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jibber Jabber Podcast. Today I'm actually joined by my brother Adam, also known as Kanan Wilf.
Kane and Wolf, but sure, close enough.
Kanan Wilf, where can everybody find your channel, Kanan Wilf?
Well, I actually do more stuff on Kane and Nightwolf, which is a spin off channel. I used to do a lot of dynamic duel stuff, but that is on a wee hiatus for the minute, but might come back in the near future.
Awesome. Well, today we're chatting about it's a fairly new indie horror called Night of Violence, which has recently just been released. It's written and directed by Illya Konstantin
Mhm.
and Christopher Lang, directed by Illya Konstantin. This is a film about essentially a court case that is won by a company, a specific company, and at their is it a celebration or is it just a staff night out?
It's a celebration, sort of like just normal staff party. They don't. I think it is based for the fact that they won, but it's very hard to really tell because it's like hinted at but not really said. So.
What do you want to tell the fine listeners what exactly it is that they won?
So basically, they won a court case. Basically, this company is doing something like human drug testing, basically on humans, and it's
As
this
Lepta.
little, it's a little native like village thing, and obviously they were getting sued because of malpractice. They win the court case, of course, so they're like, okay, we'll throw this little like party with all the colleagues and things, and well, one thing leads to another, and it all goes awry.
It had vibes of, to begin with, of The Purge,
Yeah.
especially the marketing as well. Looks a little bit like The Purge. Um, I really liked the intro when they started showing you as Lepta, and there's a woman
Mhm.
ironing the guitar. It's
Mhm.
almost like they're on these drugs that seem fairly through the market and seem fairly straightforward until you really start to see it. And I thought that is a very interesting concept. I would like to see more about
Mm.
what Aslepta actually does to people. Did you interpret what Aslepta actually had done to people?
Yeah, it's like for me, it was weird seeing like how it seemed like it's all completely fine, and then you actually see the weight of what it does, and then of course when it comes to why this like the whole suing thing actually ends up occurring, you're like, oh, okay, well that makes a lot of sense. I can understand why a lot of people would come out of the woodworks and be like, yo, what did you do to like people we care about? What is happening here? Like this
What
isn't
did
normal.
happen? What did happen to them?
Um, you're gonna have to elaborate on that. I didn't really get that part. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, that's one of the things because I wondered, was it just me? Because I don't
Yeah,
actually know what Aslepta had done to people. I think based on the marketing, it just turned people crazy completely. Women's ironing a guitar. So think about that. Like,
yeah.
the fir-
That's one of the things that was confusing about like the narrative in that sense was that it was like you saw them do crazy stuff, but it wasn't really told to you why they were like yeah they took this, but they're now doing all these weird things. So there wasn't anything that I could actually spot that was like, oh yeah, this is what made them do these things. But even at that, like ironing a guitar, isn't like major crazy. Like that's why I was expecting maybe something more, maybe like going out and
ironing
like
a guitar is not major crazy.
well, like in these types of movies, let's be real. 9 times out of 10, when they mean major crazy, for they tend to go out in the street and do something really messed up or things. Where this iron a guitar seems to me
That's
it's
just what they
crazy.
showed you. That was just what they show you in the
Mm.
marketing. I would
Yeah,
have liked to have really seen more about what the Aslepta drug had done to people. I would
yeah,
like to maybe a prequel or a sequel where the Aslepta drug actually you get to see what it does to people. For me,
yeah,
I think it took away from the film because we
yeah,
didn't actually get a lot of background. I think it's just insinuated that Aslepta ruins people's life, and that's
yeah,
what started this evening. So, in a nutshell, it's a staff night for the Aslepta people, the people that created this drug, and every single one of them are essentially to blame because guilty by association. They win
yeah,
this. They win this lawsuit. Then there's all these different characters. They're at this staff night party, and then these masked people, similar to the Purge, start showing up, doing folk in. I really liked the scene where the guy gets the carjack
Mhm.
on his lips. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work though. Like if someone come up, how do you put that on someone's lip?
Yeah, there was one of the things that I noticed about that scene as well. It's also the fact that like he was a police officer, like but a security guard type police officer type deal, and he seemed very calm for some random woman being in a place that needed authorization. He was like,
Hmm.
"Yo, did you log in? Did you sign in?" And it's like I expected him to be more like, "Yo, what you doing here?" And it would make sense why I would go after her more. Where it's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, did you sign in?" I'm like, "Well, if you know that you've just seen her and you know that's what cars have been signed in. Surely you would have known that she didn't sign in. So why would you then ask that question?" But then when it leads up to he walks around the corner and somehow within that split second of walking around the corner, he's got the car battery and the jumper cables attached to his lips and he's like getting sizzled and you're like, okay. I
Yeah,
don't know how that would have went around so quickly, but sure.
I think with this, there's quite a bit that is is lacking.
Mm,
Just going to say it. The acting wasn't perfect, but who knows? Maybe the budget wasn't there for all the actors. CGI. Everybody always gives CGI a bad rap, right?
yeah,
There's great CGI and then there's bad CGI. I think this was in the middle. Like I
yeah,
think, of course, like there was some mad stuff in here, but I think we forgive it because it does have that silly element of horror
yeah,
and slapstick. There's an element there of fun, so you can forgive it. Especially the part towards the end where the woman goes, she goes hurling down the building.
yeah,
These things only add to the film for me, like in a positive way, because I find them really funny.
yeah.
But yeah, I think there are points in this film like where I was really struggling to stay interested
Yeah, no,
because of the acting.
I get exactly what you're saying because, like, obviously they start off with that initial like offing really, and then it just sort of jumps straight back to the party. People are eating and complaining about the party food, and then next minute you're like seeing like this kid with like a laundry basket, and at first it just seems like a weird scene to be there because it's like why are you focusing on some random kid, but then obviously as it progressed through the party and everybody starts to get done in and stuff, it's revealed that he was one of the guys that is involved in it. And obviously, the main character as well, I've got to touch upon as well, is it plays on that stereotypical trope of he's the nice guy working for the big bad company and he's very unsure if he should still be there. He's got the loud mouth, very obnoxious and very swearing sort of like best friend that's always making sexual innuendos and always constantly saying, "Oh, that girl would get it, that girl would get it," and so fine well, like within the first 5 minutes of this movie, you're like, "Oh well, he's gone," because anybody who acts like that in any sort of horror flick is automatically off in the first like couple of minutes. He did survive longer than I expected. Like he survived quite a bit longer, but he still eventually got off. Um, the main love interest as well, it's like it's weird, it's like there's a love story but there's not, it's like there's only select moments in the movie where they actually focus on it. It's like the first minute, like the first couple of like before the party, like they bump into each other and the act's all awkward, but then throughout the movie like they forget that plot point for a bit and then they come back to it where it's like, oh, we can't do this to this little guy because he's a child, and they're like, screw it, I don't care if he's a child, and he's like very questioning on if he should like this woman anymore. And then it goes back to him somewhat just getting on with her again. And there was a very weird pacing and a lot of weird story beats that made no sense. It's like 1 minute they're arguing about, oh, why did you do this? To like being like, oh yeah, like are you gonna come back into work on Monday? It's like, what? Okay, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand what they were going for, and like when it comes to like some of the scenes and stuff that was shot really well. Like some of the scenes, I was like, wow, that actually looks quite professional. But then the acting of like someone being nearby, and most of the main characters were just going, and like doing that over exaggerated sort of Disney acting where you like it's like you can tell they're not really scared, but they're trying to emphasize the fear. Kennedy just like made it hard for me to be like, oh yeah, this is great, because I was like, well, like there's a guy right there with a machete, and all you're doing is going. It's like, eh.
You know, I feel as well that where I would probably fight, there wasn't a lot of fighting back.
Yeah, that
You know,
was safe to like the
like
very
Scooby
last
Doo.
end portion.
There's
And
like a
when it was like, yeah, we're going to take it back and we're going to fight them now. And there's like 3 against like 7, but somehow they managed to fight back all against them. And then, you know, the big twist secret reveal, which wasn't really a big like twist secret ending at all, is that the main businessman that's constantly talking in absurdities as well and going away to um sniff a little thing in the bathroom turns out to be working in cahoots. It's like, well, where's like the shocker in this? It's like, why? Like, you could see it a mile away because he's the only one that could go away for ages on his own and still show up alive. It's like everybody else that went off and was like, "Oh, I'm going to do my own thing." They ended up like being done in like the first like 5 minutes. But all of a sudden, he's hiding in a bathroom, and at the exact perfect moment, they hear like the main character's love interest scream, so he just gets lucky. It's like, like I'm pretty sure just to be on the safe side, even if he heard someone else screaming, right? You know, there's about another 6 other people around that can go investigate that while you still investigate the bathroom. So surely you would have just been like, right, let me check the last stall before I go.
yeah. I think it was one of those films, unfortunately for me, that required me to really have to pay attention
Mm,
to. Like, it wasn't like easy watching. Um, for obviously the reasons I just said. But I thought the cinematic, the way it was shot, was great.
mm,
Like whoever the DP on this, and it looks visually really good. I just think, like you said, it's like Disney Channel, kids Disney Channel. Oh no! Wherever did I leave that? Oh no! Oh, there's the bad guy! No! Like, just
yeah.
I thought the acting was quite gash,
They had
and
a lot of like emphasis on the pamphlet, like the safety pamphlets as well that the company apparently handed out at some safety seminar. And I'm sitting there going like, okay, that's great and all, but what's a safety pamphlet about getting out in case of an emergency, usually due to like fires or something, normal, not people running about with blades and guns and stabbing and shooting people. And they're like, oh, yeah, but I remember in the safety pamphlet, there's like this way to the loading dock.
yeah, so like it's available now. Um, Go watch it. To anybody that wants to watch it, you should make your own mind up about it. I would say that for me, out of 10, I would give it a 4 out of 10, because even though I'm like, there's like for me, it was a bit of a struggle to stay excited about it. Some of the kill scenes are quite funny. They're quite good. There's parts of it where clearly they were like, we either go over budget to execute this kill, or we just make it look as good as we can off screen, which I'm totally fine with. Like, that still makes sense to do so. So I've never taken anything away for that.
Mm,
But it took me a bit to keep my attention.
yeah.
But some
For,
people love that type of thing.
yeah, no, like for me, it could have been like easily a 6 or 7 if the acting was up to par. But I'm in the same agreement. It's about a 3 or 4 for me because as much as I love all the funny stuff in it, there's a lot of things that make no sense, and it's like the ending of it like felt really forced. It's like them sitting on a cop car. The kiss was like lacked any sort of passion. It was just like, yeah, we're not coming to work on Monday, haha. Oh, you're really cute, by the way. We peck, and then it's like a big cheesy smile, and like it just fades to black, and it's like, okay, it's like I guess that's the ending of it. There's no more like lore discovery. It's like, oh, this is why this happened, or like the police properly investigating it. It's just them sitting on a car being like, oh, well, that was crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So it's available to watch. Definitely go check it out. Everybody should make their own mind up about it. It was UK. Its UK premiere was at actually
Hmm.
Fright Fest on the main screen. And with everything said, based on what we just said about it there, it's incredibly difficult to make a film, to make a horror film, to make any type of film. So kudos to everybody involved who made it. It comes out via 21 3 media. Sorry, 123 media, and it's 82 minutes long. So if you're up for, fun, it's fun. But if you're up for it, go and definitely check it out. It's worth a watch. Make your mind up and come back and tell us in the comments whether you agree or disagree with our take. Adam, anything else you'd like to say about it before we?
Yeah. So, like you were saying, like give it a chance, because one of the things is I've noticed, right, is that one movie to you could be the worst movie on the planet, and it could be something great to someone else. Because the amount of times I've seen a lot of people swear by a movie and I go watch it and I wasn't a big fan of it, and then vice versa, you'd be actually quite surprised. You might actually like it, because there is a market for the low budget indie films now, because a lot of the horror stuff these days just seems to be the same sort of stale. There was a poltergeist, there's a demon, like there's no been a big sort of horror flick in a long time that hasn't kept the same premise. So that is what's cool about this. It goes back more to the original roots than it does like the newer, more blockbustery sort of version of horror that we get nowadays.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Anybody that would like to go see it, go watch it now. It's available everywhere. And we will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.
Kevin on the mic, sharp like a blade. Jay Mack cracks a joke, got the crowd swayed. Sundays light up as they set the stage. Two voices cutting through the digital age. Oh, Kevin and Jay Mack, they roll like thunder. The bond isn't fake, it'll pull you under. They laugh, they clap, but they never found her. Brothers in the spotlight, no love is louder. And loyal week after week. She laughs till her ribs ache, the jokes that they speak. Matthew Min drops his takes, always on point. The podcast rolls smooth, two kings on the joint. Oh, Kevin and Jay Mack, they roll like